While Job was preparing for a showdown with Rollo, Michael was about to have a showdown of his own. I now pronounce you...
I object.
Wait, you can't do that.
Michael, what are you doing?
Something I should have done earlier.
He punches Wayne in the face, knocking him down.
Ow, my nose.
Michael, what?
Sally, I can't let you do this. I wasn't ready for a serious relation before. I am now. I want to give it another try.
Are you sure, Michael?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I never wanted to marry Wayne anyway.
What?
Really?
Yeah, Michael, let's do it. Your nose isn't broken.
She takes her ring off and throws it at Wayne.
Screw you, Wayne. We're through.
Michael and Sally leave.
Somebody call the caterer and tell her not to open the caviar, and somebody please call the doctor.
Exterior.
Had a good night tonight. And,
What is he doing here?
Me and Tobias are back together.
Are you sure about this, Lindsay?
Yes.
Maybe enters.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, hey, Maisley.
My name is Maybe.
Oh, you. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Maybe just rolls her eyes.
Where's George Michael?
I'm sure he and Mary will be here soon.
Mary? Mary who?
I don't know, she's just some girl he's been hanging out with.
This? The album is upside down, I'm sorry. No, I know. You're just going to let your son hang out with some hussy you don't even know?
First of all, she's not a hussy. I've met her. She seems nice enough.
Sure, they all seem nice until they steal your liquor and run off with your brother and his ludicrous head of hair. As Oscar did.
I object. That never happened. Oh, really? What about Lisa and Mona? Oh, yeah, that happened.
George Michael doesn't have to worry about that. He doesn't have any siblings.
Maybe he does.
Soap opera music plays.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
George Michael and Mary enter.
George Michael, I'm so...
Michael is interrupted as the final countdown begins to play, and the puff of smoke, Job accompanied by Steve and Rollo accompanied by a girl in a bikini appear. In the back row, Philip lit, girls with low self-esteem founder, and a camera crew appears.
We should get this for girls with super low self-esteem.
We cut back over to the booths.
Hey, that's my dad.
Where?
On stage.
Your dad's Rollo?
No, his name is Goob Blue.
Mary pulls a wrinkled picture of Goob out of her pocket and hands it to George Michael.
That's why I was at your grandma's funeral. My PI told me he lived at the penthouse.
Wait. No, this can't be. Oh no, not again.
What's the matter?
Your father's my uncle.
Wait, that makes us...
The stage lights begin to come on, and the final countdown comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The magic duel between Rollo Rodriguez and Goob Blue.
The crowd cheers.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, I agree to let my opponent have the first trick.
For my first illusion, I require the Sword of Destiny. The sword, please.
Steve goes off stage to get the sword and brings it out, trying to hand it to Go. Blade first.
Handle first. Handle first.
Steve continues to hand Go to the sword blade first, cutting off his fingers.
I'm not kidding. He cut off my beeping fingers.
Think something's wrong. Somebody call 911.
Buster gets out his cell phone and calls 911. Michael starts to head towards Go.
Yeah, my brother needs an ambulance.
Buster starts to have a panic attack. Cut to Interior Park 9. Super. Interior, ambulance, continuous, narrator, Go, Michael, Steve.
Michael,
Yes, Joe, I'm here.
thanks for being there.
Yeah, no problem.
Steve,
Yes, Dad?
I love you.
I love you too.
Steve and Job hug. Interior, hospital waiting room, night. Narrator, Michael, Buster, Lindsay, Sally, Mary, George. George Sr., Maybe, Dr. Wordsmith, Steve Holt. The family, including a recovered Buster, plus Sally and Mary, are waiting in the waiting room for Michael. Michael and Steve enter.
hey, brother.
Buster comes up to give Michael a back rub.
Joe should be, Buster, please.
Oh, sorry.
Buster releases Michael.
As I was saying, it looks like Joe's going to be okay, but they're going to need to reattach his fingers.
Oh, thank God.
Michael, what are these two doing here?
Me and Michael are dating.
What about her?
I'm your granddaughter, Mary.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Job's daughter. Welcome to the family.
The family surrounds Mary, shouting her out.
Hey, newfound niece.
While the rest of the family is visiting with Mary, George Michael stands back from them. Maybe comes up to him.
Looks like there's another cousin that you can't kiss.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll try to get Anne back.
Her?
Yeah, you're right. I should find a new girlfriend.
Just make sure she's not your cousin.
Dr. Wordsmith enters.
How's he doing, Doc?
It looks like he's gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Just to be clear,
Look like it's gonna be alright?
It looks like he's gonna be alright. But
He's gonna need surgery.
Well, I guess there's nothing else to be done here. What do you guys say we go get something to eat?
The family starts to leave the hospital. As they do so, a police officer enters, carrying a briefcase.
I think there's a Chili's nearby and it's Shrimp Fest.
The family leaves. Cut to exterior, hospital entrance, night. Narrator, George Michael, on, Michael, maybe. The family exits the hospital as on approaches.
George Michael?
Anne, what are you doing here?
I heard about your uncle. I came to see if he was okay.
Yeah, he's okay. We were just gonna go get something to eat.
We'll see you around, George Michael.
Anne, wait! Do you maybe want to come?
Is it okay with your family?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They love you.
Okay.
Can Anne come with us?
Who?
Anne Beal, my ex-girlfriend.
Did I say who I meant? Her? I guess so.
George Michael and Anne follow the family who are headed down the street. Behind them, Maggie comes, pushing a baby stroller.
Michael, wait!
Maggie?
Maggie stops.
I'm so glad I found you. I have something to confess.
What?
Well, I lied to you about Jeb. He's not my nephew. He's really your daughter, Michelle.
What? Why would you lie to me about that?
We'll find out in a second. I don't know, Michael, but I really want you to be in your daughter's life and maybe my life.
Look, Maggie, Michelle is my daughter. I want to be there for her. But as for you and me, I don't think it's going to work out. I'm with Sally now. I can't be with someone who lies to me all the time.
I understand.
Maggie takes a sleeping Michelle out of the baby stroller and hands her and a diaper bag to Michael.
Why don't you take Michelle for a few days? I'm sure you two could get some quality time. I'll pick her up in a few days.
Okay?
Maggie leaves. Michael stands there, somewhat stunned.
Come on, Michael, I'm hungry.
Oh, hey, I'm coming.
The family continues on down the street. Dissolve 2, interior, penthouse, living room, day. Narrator, Michael, Steve, Sheriff Cute story. Super, the next day. Michael, George Sr., Lindsay, Tobias, Maybe, Buster, Steve, Oscar, Mary, and Larry are in the living room with Sheriff Cute story. the family's new attorney, and Larry Middleman, the surrogate for Susie. George Michael is holding Michelle.
Is everyone here? I think so. Wait, my brother Job isn't here.
Everyone else looks around and realizes Job is gone.
Where's your dad?
He said he had something important to do.
Cut 2. Interior. Judge's chambers. Day. Narrator, Job, Wayne Jarvis, Job's wife. Job and Wayne Jarvis are in the chambers of Judge Lionel.
At that moment, Job was across trying to get a divorce from his wife.
Thank you so much for taking the case, especially since my brother stole your fiancée.
Well, I needed the money to pay for the wedding that Sally walked out on.
Oh.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Wayne leaves. Moments after he leaves, Job's wife enters.
Yeah, I'm looking for Goob Bluth.
I'm Joe Bluth. Are you my wife's lawyer?
Actually, I'm your wife.
Oh.
You don't even remember my name, do you?
Grinby.
No.
Well, then.
What do you say we get this divorce over with?
Fine.
Fine.
Oh, you're so hot.
What?
Nothing.
Okay then.
Job's wife attempts to open the door, but Job stops her.
What are you?
Job kisses Job's wife. The soon find themselves in a passionate embrace. Cut back to interior, penthouse, living room, continuous. Narrator, sheriff, Michael, police officer, Larry Middleman, Tobias, Lindsay, George Sr., Lucille.
I guess we'll have to go on without him.
Okay, I have not yet gotten your mother's will from Barry Zuckercorn, but I have managed to make significant strides in getting your aunt out of jail.
The doorbell rings. Michael gets up to answer it.
Wonder who that could be.
Michael goes to the door and opens it to reveal a police officer holding a briefcase.
Can I help you?
Is this the Bluth residence?
Yes.
Is there a George Bluth here?
Yes, may I ask what this is concerning?
We recently confiscated this from one of our own officers and thought we should return it to the owner. I'm a different character apparently. I made a mistake.
Thank you very much, officer. I'll take care of it.
Well, that's it for me then.
Michael takes the briefcase from the officer and closes the door as he heads back inside.
What's that?
It's a briefcase from the banana stand.
The one with $2 million in it.
Yes.
What are you waiting for? Let's open it.
George Sr. gets up and takes the briefcase from Michael. He starts to open it as the family gathers around.
I think we should.
George Sr. finally opens the briefcase.
Eureka!
Oh, money.
The family looks down at the briefcase to see that it is empty except for a folded piece of paper.
Where's all the money?
I don't know. Maybe the cop who stole it took the money.
Looks like there's a note.
Michael reads the note.
Dear family, if you're reading this, you no doubt went looking for the money in the banana stand and discovered that I had already taken it. You must know that I am not dead, but I faked my own death and am now fleeing to Europe. Love, Lucille.
What does the note say, Michael?
It looks like Mom isn't dead.
I guess that means we don't need this will.
Michael has to believes it.
It was true. Lucille convinced her cellmate, who was a lot like her, to commit suicide. Then, when no one was looking, she hopped onto a delivery truck leaving the prison.
Cut to exterior, Orange County, Women's Correctional Facility, front entrance, day. A UPS truck is driving out of the prison through the front gate. We see Lucille behind the truck as she hops on the back of it and opens the door. Angle on, back of truck. Lucille closes the overhead door behind her. Cut back to interior, penthouse living room. Continuous. Narrator, Ice, Annyeong, Michael, George Michael, Buster, Mary, Larry, Steve, George Sr., Oscar, Kara Cute Story. The door is busted down on Ice, and Lucille's former adopted son enters.
Looks like our suspicions are true. Lucille Bluth is alive.
Ice? Anyang?
Anyang.
Super subtitle hello.
What are you doing here?
We're looking for your brother. After her death, we were suspicious, so we bugged your house to see if you knew of her whereabouts.
While gathering information on Susie, ICE was also working with Anyang, a CIA agent, to capture Lucille, who Anyang believed had faked her death.
You bugged our house, isn't that illegal?
It was necessary so we could determine if you were in on your mother's escape. Now that we know you're not, we can go after your mother.
How do you know she was alive?
I had my suspicions, but we learned. Your mother hung herself.
Yeah, I always thought it would be an overdose on pills.
So I had an autopsy and discovered the body wasn't your mother.
So we buried the body of another woman instead of my mother?
We wanted to be sure you weren't harboring your mother. You really thought she was dead.
Well, I guess we now know that she's dead, not dead, and she fled to Europe.
Michael hands Ice the note. Ice reads the note.
I guess we have to go to Europe then.
Ice and Anyang exit.
Does this mean we're going to Europe? Oh, that's Europe. I'm sorry.
No, I think we'll let Ice and Anyang find Gangi. Vincent's family has enough adventure for a while.
What are we going to do, Michael?
We should sell the penthouse.
There are a few gasps. And what's from the rest of the family?
What?
You don't need any more. We should sell it and move it into the model home. And use the money from the penthouse to buy another model home, and we can all get jobs.
I guess you're right, Michael.
The most important thing is that we're family. We should all stick together.
Including me?
And me?
And me?
And me.
Yeah, the more the merrier. It's time to bring this whole family together and keep it together.
What about Anne?
Who?
Anne, my girlfriend.
Oh, did I say who? I meant her?
She needs some place to stay.
I don't know.
She's already almost part of the family.
Okay, but you two are sharing separate beds.
Okay.
Are we done here?
I think we are.
It was Arrested Development, the movie.
Super. The end. Dissolve to white background with the Arrested Development logo.
In the sequel,
Oh my god.
Interior. The Office of John Parmesan. Private Investigator. Narrator. John Parmesan, Carol and Jim Miller. John Parmesan. Jean Parmesan's older brother is sitting behind his desk in a black leather chair. Sitting in front of his desk is Jim and Carol Miller. The plaque on John's desk reads John Parmesan, P.E., an obvious typo.
the Millers get some surprising news.
The reason I've called you here is because I have a concrete lead on the daughter you gave up for adoption.
Really? What do you have?
John pulls a picture from a folder on his desk and hands it to Carol.
Only this.
Jim and Carol look at the picture.
Wait a minute, this is our ex-son-in-law's twin sister.
Well, they can't be twins because she's your daughter.
Cut to exterior, model home, dirt hill, day, narrator, Lucille. George Michael is walking on the dirt hill near the model home. When he trips on something, he gets up and digs a little, removing a covering to reveal a hole. Angle on, top of hole. We look down into the hole to see a rough-looking Lucille, with wild hair looking up at George Michael.
I have. Help Gangi.
George Michael finds his grandmother.
Cut to interior model home. Narrator.
Michael gets a couple of surprise visitors.
Michael opens the door to reveal that Michael from the end of season 3 and Michael from the end of season 4 with two black eyes.
We made a huge mistake.
Close-up of Michael's face as the sound of silence plays. Dissolve to black screen.